Hey friends, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. Today's is a little bit different than my normal one. It's still kind of vlog style, but I'm really excited to share today's video because it's all focused on meal prep recipes. So I'm gonna show you like a full day of eating, and all of the recipes are easily meal prepped. So we'll talk about that as we go through the recipes. I'm also really excited to be partnering with my friends at Thrive Market. You know, I do a monthly partnership with them, and they are just like my favorite. So I am gonna show you what I got in my box this month. And I also just wanna share the offer that we have for you this month. If you are not yet a Thrive Market customer, you can get 25% off your first order by clicking the links that is in the description box. And if you are already a Thrive Market customer, there are daily and weekly deals and specials that you can use that you just like log in, go to the homepage, and you can see what's on special. There's also things that you can add onto your order. They also have Thrive Cash Back now. So there's just like all of these amazing benefits for being a member if you are already a member, because I know a lot of you are. So like I said, I'm gonna show you what I got in my box this month, and then we'll be using some of those products in the recipes today. And again, like I said, everything is meal prep friendly. We're all doing vegan, everything like that. I didn't actually film my matcha this morning. I just forgot to film it. So if you do want to see how I make my matcha, watch literally any of the other What I Eat in a Day videos that I have on my channel. I've filmed like 50 of these videos, and there is my matcha in every single video. So I'll link that playlist down for you below if you want to check that out. But without further ado, let's dive into the box review and then breakfast. All right, let's take a peek at what's in here this month, because I had a huge order this month, more than I normally do, and I'm like really excited about everything. So let me take out all of the packaging. I already unwrapped everything, and again, one of the things I love about Thrive is that it all comes in paper instead of plastic, so super eco-friendly. Okay, so let's take a peek in here. In this section, it's mostly just like canned goods. So I got a bunch of fire roasted tomatoes, which you'll see me using in one of the recipes today. I also got more coconut milk, since last month I have gone through all of my cans of coconut milk. And then I also got 2 packages of my favorite bean pasta, which is from Tolerant, and it's red lentil pasta in the rotini style. Love it, so good. Over here I got dates. I'm gonna make some energy balls. I love my turtle cookie energy balls. I'm gonna make a batch of those, and I'll probably show you them because they're so yummy. I also got some tomato paste. I love this tomato paste because it comes in a tube, so you can just like keep it in your fridge and it lasts way longer than a jar. So highly recommend this stuff. And then I also got, which I am so excited about, I got some millet and brown rice ramen noodles. I have a ramen recipe in my mind that I want to share, so I'm going to test it out with these noodles, and if it works, I'll definitely be sharing it in the blog, so stay tuned for that because it's going to be so good. And then over here is like my snacky stuff. So I actually got 2 bags of my favorite chips. These are the Beanfields nacho chips. We already ate a bag. And then I have some pecans. These are just organic pecan halves. And I put these in my turtle cookie energy bites, which I'll show you later. And then I got a ton of chocolate, you guys, like so much this month. I think I got 2 batches of these Cocomel bites because they're freaking awesome. They taste amazing. I love these. And then I got some Hue Kitchen chocolate. I think I got 4 bars. I got their new flavor, which is cashew butter and raspberry jelly and dark chocolate, which sounds amazing. My favorite, which is the cashew butter and vanilla bean. So good. And then let's see what else I got. I got some sprouted mung beans, which I'm going to be making a recipe for khichdi, which is like an Ayurvedic rice dish, which is really great for your gut. So I'm going to be making that soon and sharing it on the blog, and it has mung beans in it. Here's another bar of chocolate. Yum. What else? This. Oh, yum. Okay. I also got some forbidden rice. I love forbidden rice in tacos and just like bowls with curries. It's black rice, so if you've never tried it, it's kind of sticky, and you can make it in the Instant Pot or just like regular rice. It's so good. I really, really, really like it. And then, last but not least, I ran out of raw cacao powder. So I picked up a box of this, or a bag of this, and I will just put this back in the container that I always keep my raw cacao, and I've been missing my chocolate smoothies, so I can't wait. I'm gonna definitely be having this for breakfast. And that pretty much does my whole haul this month. You guys, so much awesome stuff. I can't wait for the ramen. I can't wait to try that chocolate. I can't wait to make the kitchery. I love those. I just love everything in this box. So for our breakfast quinoa, we're gonna be using the Thrive Market organic sprouted quinoa. And I have it over here because I'm shooting it for the blog post, but I wanted to show you what it looks like close up. And this quinoa is a little bit different. Not only is it sprouted, but it also has a little bit of a darker color, and it tastes like it's been toasted, which I think it has been toasted, and tastes really, really good. It cooks up nice and fluffy, but it has a really nice nuttiness, which makes it really great for sweet recipes, and it's gonna be so good in these breakfast bowls. So what we've got in here is the sprouted quinoa, half a cup of sprouted quinoa, a cup of almond milk, and some cinnamon. And we're just gonna cook this down like regular quinoa, and it's gonna make it really nice and creamy with a little bit of cinnamon flavor. And that's gonna go on the side, and then we're gonna add in some coconut yogurt and some stewed butternut squash. And all of these things can be made ahead, which is awesome. You can totally just store the quinoa in the fridge for like 4 to 5 days and scoop it out as you want in your little dish or bowl or whatever. And it makes such a yummy high protein breakfast. So the next thing we're gonna do is our butternut squash. I have about a cup of cubed butternut squash, and then over here I have about a tablespoon of coconut oil heating up, and I'm gonna add the butternut squash into here, and then I'll saute it with a little bit of maple syrup and some cinnamon. So here are our gorgeous butternut squash. They are simmering away in our maple syrup and coconut oil and cinnamon. Woo, steamy. And they are going to go up with that quinoa and some coconut yogurt, and they're gonna be such a tasty little breakfast treat. All right, so we're ready to prep our bowls, and we've got our cooked quinoa that can just sit in a container like this. And for meal prep, I recommend storing all of these things separately and then just building your bowls when you're ready to eat. So we've got our cinnamon quinoa, our coconut yogurt, and our stewed butternut squash. And here is our gorgeous finished breakfast bowl. We've got the butternut squash, the yogurt, the quinoa, sprinkled with some coconut flakes and hemp seeds. How beautiful is that? So for lunch, I'm gonna make my red lentil bolognese. I buy my red lentils from Thrive and just refill them in this big jar. And then we're also gonna use some of the Thrive Market diced tomatoes, and we're just gonna make a really quick sauce. And then you can keep this for at least a week in the fridge, and you can serve it with zucchini noodles or your favorite pasta. So we're gonna add the entire can of diced tomatoes into our saucepan. And then we're also gonna add a 1/4 cup of hummus and a 1/4 cup of red lentils. Once we have that in there, we're gonna just add a little bit of nutritional yeast. This just adds some nice flavor, as well as some Italian seasoning, which gives it that really nice, like, Italian flavor, obviously. And we're just gonna add about, I don't know, a couple teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon or so. And then we'll add in a little bit of water and start to let this cook and let it simmer down until it's a nice thick sauce. So once the sauce has thickened up a little bit, you can just transfer it into a container. You can either freeze it or you can just leave it in the fridge. Like I said, it will last for at least 4 to 5, if not more days in the fridge. So just use it as you need it. This makes about 2 to 3 servings, and it tastes so yummy. And I'm actually gonna make mine with zucchini noodles for lunch. So I basically just spiralize 1 zucchini, and then I add it into a pan, and I just saute it quickly for a couple of seconds, maybe like 30 seconds or so. Add a few dollops of the sauce, and then again just use my tongs to like stir everything together until the zucchini noodles are warm and slightly softened. You don't want to cook them too much because zucchini noodles can get really watery, so I just like to give them a quick saute so they're nice and warm and the sauce is warm too. and then you can just serve it up. I love serving my zucchini noodles with a sprinkle of nutritional yeast, as well as cracked pepper and red pepper flakes. And you could also, like I said, use this with just regular pasta if you don't want to do zucchini noodles. So either way, so yummy, great for meal prep, and you guys definitely need to try it because who doesn't love cozy pasta for lunch or dinner? So for dinner, I'm going to make some spring rolls. We're going to make some smoky tempeh, and I've shared this recipe before, but we're using some Thrive organic mustard, as well as some liquid smoke and some gluten-free tamari. Or you could also use coconut aminos if you have that. And then I also add in a little bit of hot sauce and then sometimes a dash of maple syrup. And I basically just whisk that together to become a sauce, toss it with some sliced up tempeh, and then I bake it at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes, flipping it halfway through. And it ends up being these like crispy, smoky, absolutely delicious tempeh strips that you can add on top of salad. You could just eat them plain if you wanted, but I'm going to add them into some spring rolls because they are so delicious. So here's how you're going to make them. So I use a mandolin slicer to just thinly slice all of my veggies. So you can either julienne them with a knife or you can just slice them thinly into strips like I do here and then cut them into little julienne slices. So we're doing some carrot. We're going to do some broccoli stems. You could also use zucchini if you wanted. And then we're also going to do some red cabbage, which I love in my spring rolls, and then finishing off with some scallions. Once you have those all sliced up, we can move on to actually rolling them. So what we're going to do is use our brown rice paper wraps, and I get these on Thrive Market. They are awesome, and they're a little bit healthier than the other options because they're made with brown rice. And all you have to do is take one wrap out, dip it in some hot water. I just leave the hot water right on a plate on my counter, let it sit for like 30 seconds, probably not even, maybe like 15 seconds, and then remove it and place it on your counter. And then I like to top it with a sheet of nori. I find that this really helps keep them firm and not too soggy in the fridge. So definitely add a slice of nori in there. And then just layer on your veggies. So you're just going to do like a little bit of each veggie that you have. And then I also like to top it with the tempeh, of course. It's really great with avocado. And then I also like to finish it off with a little bit of cilantro because it adds a really nice flavor. And then you're just going to roll them up like a burrito. So you kind of fold in the two sides and then holding them tightly with your hands, roll from the back and roll away from you and just continue to kind of tuck everything in. And because the rice paper is really sticky, it will end up just like rolling over itself and it will totally stay secure and closed. Once you've got them all rolled, I'm going to show you the sauce that I make with them. So it starts with about 2 to 3 tablespoons of creamy almond butter. You could also do it with peanut butter if you wanted. And then we're also going to add in some of that tamari or coconut aminos, as well as some hot sauce, some garlic powder, ginger powder, and some lime juice, and just stir that all together. It will thicken up because lime and nut butter or acid and nut butter start to thicken. So you're just going to add a little bit of water to thin it out and just continue to stir it until you get like a drizzleable texture, something that you can really dip in. And I like to just keep mine in a little jar in my fridge. Sometimes I have to add a little bit of water if it's in the fridge because it does solidify a little bit, not solidify, but it thickens up. So if you do keep it in the fridge, you might just need to add a little bit of water to thin it out again, but it's such a great dipping sauce. And then for keeping the spring rolls fresh, I actually just keep them in a glass container in my fridge covered, and it keeps them fine for days at a time. Again, the nori is key here. If you don't have that nori, you might not find that they hold together as well. And then here is my dinner. I'm going to just show you kind of what I did. So I have my rice rolls. I have a little side salad, which has greens, avocado, and a quick tahini dressing. And then I basically just usually have 3 rolls as my serving size. I find that this is definitely filling enough. And then I just dip them in the almond butter sauce, and they are so good. This is just one of those dinners that I absolutely love. It's so fast. I love that it keeps in the fridge. And if you have not tried Smoky Tempeh yet, it is the bomb. I will link my recipe for my kale Caesar below. It's basically that tempeh, and you gotta try it because it's awesome. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoyed our recipes. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to snag that offer from Thrive Market. If you are not yet a customer, you can get 25% off your first order by clicking the link that is right down below this video. And if you are already a customer, there are deals for you on the homepage, so you can just like log in and see what is on special for the day. So that's awesome. It changes almost every single day. So there's always extra deals for those of you who are already a member. And like I said in the beginning, if you're interested in seeing any more of these types of videos, you can find the playlist to the What I Eat in a Day videos down in the description box. I've also linked the recipes that are already on my website at the link in the description box below as well. Otherwise, have a fabulous rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!